New update on the $1,400 fourth stimulus check dedicated to fixed income beneficiaries of Social Security, retirement, disability, SSDI, survivors, SSI, and VA benefits. I have all the details for you in this video, so let's get into it right now. But if you haven't done so, or if you're new here, make sure to subscribe by hitting that button right down below the video, as I'm here for you each and every day with all of the latest updates, as information is changing right now with all of these different packages, proposals, amendments, announcements, and so many other things that are going on right now during this very confusing time. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below, and let's get right into this, and make sure to stay tuned as Corey, my wife, will be back here in just a few minutes with the new updated list of shoutouts right here in this video. So stay tuned for that, and let's get into this right away. All right, so it seems like it's been a while since we've heard more new information on this dedicated $1,400 fourth stimulus check, specifically focused on fixed income beneficiaries, all of those that I mentioned at the beginning of this video. Now, this is actually out of the Senior Citizens League. In fact, this actually was first brought up way back in September of 2021 when they first launched that petition, gathering signatures, which they were going to be sending out to Congress early in October, asking them for that one-time $1,400 stimulus check, otherwise known as a fourth stimulus check. Well, here's the deal. We have some more information on this, and I'm going to bring Corey in, my wife, again, in just a few minutes here, where she's going to read this article to you so you can see all the information. However, let's talk through some new details and everything that we're looking at right now in regards to this new information and where we currently stand right now as it pertains to Congress, stimulus packages, what is going on with this. Now, I know that there's a lot of mixed feelings about this right now. I know that you've been watching the videos for a while now, and I know that a lot of people here in the community are wondering, is there actually going to be something or is there not? Okay, being totally transparent with you, we still don't know that. We still do not have definitive information. Either yes, there will be, or no, for sure there will not be. Now, here's the deal. I can tell you this much. Based on the research and based on new information that just came out yesterday, we do know that there are lawmakers that are seriously looking at an additional stimulus package right now. In fact, we just got more information on that, and I'll be bringing you the latest updates on that here in the next video with dedicated information about what was actually talked about yesterday by lawmakers. But I can tell you this much. They are looking at a new dedicated stimulus package. Yes, yet again, another one, because there are a lot of different industries, people, individuals, Americans. There's certain groups out there that are struggling right now. And believe it or not, Congress is maybe actually finally realizing it. I know, hard realization to actually understand, right? But based on what was talked about, it looks like Congress is considering a new dedicated stimulus package and trying to figure out what are going to be the parameters around this. Now, according to what I'm finding, is they want to make this a more focused package on the people and people-focused programs. So again, what does all this entail? Well, we don't really have those details yet. There's been some talk about sending out another stimulus package, or creating, I should say, another stimulus package with provisions for restaurants, venues, gyms, things like this. Now, in addition to that, they also want to add provisions within it for the people. Again, what does that entail? We don't have those details yet because they're still working through the ideas. But for some weird reason, it seems that Congress is very carefully crafting this next package, if it even happens in the first place, versus just kind of throwing all kinds of ideas out there like they've previously done in history, right? So over the last couple years here, historically, they just come out and they just introduce all of these different provisions and say, yep, this, and this, and then sometimes we get all of it, sometimes we get a couple, and a lot of times we get nothing. So just being real with you with what's going on out there. However, I do want to share with you the new information in reference to this dedicated $1,400 stimulus check, otherwise known as a fourth stimulus check for the low income and fixed income, specifically Social Security, SSDI, survivors, SSI, and VA beneficiaries. Now, this is in reference to that $1,400 stimulus check that was originally announced by the Senior Citizens League in the fall of 2021. Now, again, this has not been approved yet, being totally real with you, completely transparent with everything that we know as of right now. However, they were the first ones to actually introduce this and talk through the details, and they were the first ones to go out to Congress and start commissioning them on this $1,400 one-time $1,400 stimulus check. However, even though that was a couple months ago, we're still getting more details on this, and as a result of all of these rapidly rising prices, in other words, inflation, the case for it for adding and for actually sending out a dedicated $1,400 stimulus check is getting greater and greater right now, simply because of the inflation. So, with this article that I'm going to bring Corey in here and read for you in just a minute, they cite inflation. They also cite the cost of living adjustment. Now, I know we've talked about this in previous videos. However, it's not as in that I'm bringing you new information on the cost of living adjustment or inflation. We all understand this. Inflation is very high. Cost of living adjustment is low. Therefore, the spread does not make sense, right? It doesn't keep up with each other. However, we do understand right now that the fixed income, the low income, and all of these beneficiaries are the ones who that are feeling the brunt of all of this going on right now, as in the inflation, right? So they actually do reference that in this article that I'm going to have Corey read for you. But the whole matter and the whole point of all of this is that they're actually getting additional traction on this, and they're getting more attention on this focused $1,400 stimulus check, simply because the case is building stronger and stronger every single month. And every time that we get these new inflation data piece points, or like these data points, we're starting to see the case being built even stronger and stronger every single month. So that's where this new information is coming from. Kind of makes sense? Yeah, right? So again, I'm watching everything closely. I want a stimulus check for you probably more than anybody else. I mean, seriously, the deal is I understand this. I see the comments down below. I read hundreds and hundreds of comments every single day, and I see essentially a very similar story across so many people here in the community. I'm struggling, can't pay my rent, can't pay my bills, I don't have any food, I don't know what I'm going to do, I'm down to my last 14 cents. You know what I mean? I see it every single day. We're halfway through the month, and I see people writing comments saying, I have 20 cents left in my bank account. I don't know what I'm going to do. I have 14 cents on my Direct Express card. I have to survive for the next 2.5 weeks. I don't know what I'm going to do. You know what I mean? So I see these comments all the time. So I get it. The struggle is very, very much real down there. It's very real for millions of people out there. And I know that a lot of you here in the community. Trust me, I'm doing anything I possibly can. But again, we have to remember as well, I'm the messenger. I'm bringing you the information that I find in all of this research that I do, these reports, the articles, everything that I'm finding out there. So remember, I'm the messenger. And I know some people get a little bit frustrated. I get it. You know what? I'm giving everybody the benefit of the doubt because I understand it's a really, really tough time right now. And it's really hard. I mean, there's no other way to put it. It's a really tough time. A lot of people are struggling. We're asking, we're begging, we're pleading, we're doing anything we can to get Congress to send us something. And it seems like they only care about going on vacation and talking about other matters that, you know, probably could wait another day for them to try to figure out. But again, we're doing what we can here, and I have a couple other things up my sleeve here, which I will bring to you in a separate video. However, I want to talk to you about this new update here, and with that being said, let's bring Corey in right away. She can read this article to you with these new latest updates, and again, who knows what Congress is going to do with these new proposals out there, with these new stimulus packages that they're talking about right now. Remember, the stimulus packages are a separate package. Like I talked about the other day, the 3-ring binder, that's essentially what the package is. However, within the 3-ring binder, when you open it up, it has a couple thousand pages. Any one of those pages could contain that stimulus check. So that's what I'm saying. Just because it's a package doesn't automatically mean it's going to have a stimulus check. However, that's where stimulus checks are usually housed, is within these stimulus packages. Make sense? So hope that makes sense. But as we get more details on this package, of course, I will give you more details on that as I get them myself. So I can only tell you what I find. I don't make stuff up. I simply give you the information as I'm finding it out in the real world. So anyway, let's bring Corey in for now. I'll be back with you later in that new updated video. But this little clip here with Corey is only about a few minutes long, about 3 minutes or so. She reads this to you. hopefully explains it. Otherwise, leave your comments and questions down below. And I'll catch you again a little bit later. Also, right after that article that she reads, she will be back with that new updated list of shout-outs for those names that are pulled out of the fan club. And if you're interested in checking out that, there's a link down below in the description. Otherwise, at the top of the comment section, you can check it out there. Otherwise, Corey, take it away and make sure to subscribe down below. Share the videos with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other 2,000 videos right here on the channel. And I hope that this update helps you out, and I will keep you posted with any new information. All right, Corey, it's all you, and I'll catch you again later in the next video. I'll see you for now.
Fourth stimulus check update. New checks for one group. Who's eligible? By Lauren Dubois. Well, a petition from Americans for monthly $2,000 stimulus checks hasn't gained much traction when it comes to action being taken that makes payments a reality. A separate movement to aid to one particular group has seemingly had some success. Well, a call from the Senior Citizen League for a $1,400 fourth stimulus check hasn't quite had the effect on Congress either. It is continuing to grow steam. WJW, a Cleveland-based Fox affiliate, reports, a petition has been signed by more than 95,000 people thus far. The petition specifically noted that while Social Security benefits have increased by 1.3% in 2021, it averaged to only about $20 a month for most seniors. And with record inflation, most recipients indicated that they weren't able to keep up with their expenses as a result. Well, the call for a check hasn't had success. The call to give senior citizens more aid was heard, and as a result, in the 2022 Social Security Cost of Living Adjustment, COLA, increased to the highest amount yet with a 5.9% increase, a boost of approximately $92 to $93 a month. According to CBS News, those born between the 1st and 10th of the month receive their first checks on January 12th, with those born between the 11th and 20th getting theirs on the 19th and everyone else receiving their payment on January 26th. However, while the extra benefits may seem like a lot and will allow typical monthly checks to rise about $1,658, it still isn't seen as enough to help struggling senior citizens, who will also be paying up to 14.5% increase for Medicare Part B, and like all other Americans, will continue to be affected by record-setting inflation when it comes to everyday expenses such as gasoline and food. If you want to buy meat, or if they are buying gas or have home heating fuel, the COLA increase is going to get crushed by those expenses that have gone up, said the Vice President of Consumer Insights at Allianz Life, told by CBS. The Senior Citizen League has also noted that while an increase in COLA benefits is good, it still isn't going to help much. We are still going to see this tremendous problem with prices increasing faster than COLA, the Social Security and Medicare policy analyst from the SCL said. Even with a 5.9% COLA, inflation through November was up 6.8% for the past 12 months, and it looks like economists are forecasting that may continue. So retirees, anybody living on a fixed income, needing to be aware that 5.9% may look like a bigger increase than we've ever gotten, but once they go through their household budget, they will realize it still won't pay for all of their increasing bills. However, despite the continued calls for senior-specific and other stimulus checks, the government appears to have no interest in cutting another round. Our shoutouts today go to Mike Clabo, Catherine Garcia, Kimberly A. Lozer, 1624 Madlax, Rachel Ray, Diana Wilson, Donna Spurgeon, Michael Gomez, Brenda Caballos, Nancy Wiggins, John Floyd, and May Johnson. Thank you for being members of the fan club.